Okay, so we're going to go over wrap book page 110, number 6 first. The question for number 6 says you have 4x6 photo. So, okay, and then if you order 5x7, that's something that you guys can find out. You guys have to just put in the ratio. The second one says, should I go over A2? I'll just go over A2. The first one says you order 5x7. So let's say you have 5x7. Would they be similar? Okay, what you do is you just put them in ratio. Just to please my eyes in format, I'm going to put small number on the bottom, so the left ones on, or small ones on the top, the left ones, and then the length here on the top. And you just have to see if their ratio equals. So if you simplify this one, it's 2/3. So that's 2/3 and 5/7 equal to each other. If they equal, then they are similar. If they're not equal, they're not similar. So B part is going to be the same thing. I'm not going to draw it so big, but let's say it says you enlarge the original photo to 3 times its size on your computer. So I'm going to go ahead and do 4 times 3, 6 times 3 to make it 3 times. So this one is going to be 12 and 18. And then once you have these numbers, set it up in the equation again. So I already know the simplest format of the original one is 2/3. So I put 2/3. And then I put the small number on the top, 12/18. If I simplify this by 6, it's going to be 2 and 3. So they do equal. So they are going to be similar. Any questions so far? Okay. If you don't have any other questions, I'm going to move on to page 114. And I'll start with number 1. 1 through 4 are very similar. So if I do one of them, you'll be able to do the other one. Now, you have to read the questions instructions correctly. The two figures are similar. Find the ratios, shaded to non-shaded. So number 1 says shaded to non-shaded. So that means you're going to have to put the shaded figure first and then put the non-shaded figure afterwards. Number 1 has 2 figures, and this one is a shaded one. The bigger one is a shaded one, and you have 8 and 3 for the sides. I don't have to know every single sides for this because the ratio will remain the same for the perimeter and the areas. So the perimeter part is actually really simple because all you have to do is to put them in ratio, either 8/3 or 8/3 like this. That's all you have to do because they're just asking you the perimeter ratio. Yep, that's it. And then now area is a little different because you have to go one more step. And if you wrote it like this way, you may want to change it to this way for the area part because you have to, I guess you can do this this way too, but you'll have to square their numbers. So 8 to the power of 2 is 64, and then 3 to the power of 2 is 9. Just make sure you, when you're using the exponents, you do it for both top and bottom, and then you'll have 64 to 9. If you wrote it like the first way, then you can write it 64 to 9. Super simple, right? So you can do 1 through 4. Just remember, first 2 has the first figure shaded. The second, or the last 2, 3 and 4, they have the later one shaded. So you just have to put things. Everything, like a due date is set up for different days, but everything should be in by Sunday before noon. So if you work on 110 today and then put it in, I would suggest you just working on it today though, because there's only a few questions here. I have 6 questions here, and I'm going over 2 of them with you, so you can finish it and turn it in today if you can. Okay, so this was number 1. You can do the other ones. Number 6. Extra credit, I'll think about it. I don't want to give more work to people because some people are just trying to catch up. Maybe I'll do a poll or something like that later on. So okay, number 6, rectangle A is similar to rectangle B. A and B, and this is area of 81 centimeters squared, area of 16 centimeters squared. What is the ratio of the perimeter of rectangle A to the perimeter of rectangle B? So this ratio that we have right now, that's a result of whatever the perimeter ratio times 2. Okay, and that makes 81. 81 here and 16. Okay, what number would make 81 if you multiply it or square it? What number would make 16 if you square it? That's all you have to do. So find the number for A and B, and writing it A and B would be your answer. Any other questions? Does it make sense to work on it like this? Okay, you don't divide because you have to square it. Something, what times what has to be the same number because you're squaring it, right? So what number would make 81 if you multiply the same number twice? Same thing with 16. Okay, and then that will give you, so that will give you A, and then if you do for 16, B, so you can have the ratio. Okay. Any other questions that you want to go through? Number 4. Number 4 is going to be the same thing. Let me just do it with another page. Number 4 question has 2 rhombus, and then this is 4 and 11. This one is shaded. You need to put shaded to unshaded. Okay, so let's try. What is going to be the perimeter ratio for this one? You can type the answer. Will be the perimeter. Yep. So you have to have the shaded first. So shaded part will have to come first, and then the unshaded. Yep. Okay, and then you can find out the area. You can find the area for like this. right? And then you can find out the answer for this question. If you were just starting to join, do you have to simplify? No, just put it as whatever number you get, because if you simplify, it's going to come back into this.